I finally did it. Survival Episode 1. I spawned in a savanna biome, so I went to go chop my first tree. But then, I forgot how to play Minecraft Mobile because I fell into this little ditch. I got out of the ditch and started climbing the hill to chop my first tree. Ever. After I got all of the logs needed to make the essential tools, I started making the essential tools, like a pickaxe and an axe. After I made my axe, I decided to chop the rest of the tree down, and then I kicked the horse. I finished chopping down my first tree, and then I picked up my crafting table and decided to take it somewhere else. Usually I would just leave it there and make another crafting table, but this time I just took it with me. Then I went to go mine some stone. I mined about 17 stone just to make the essential tools, like a stone pickaxe and an axe, and a furnace, so that way I can start cooking stuff. I left the cave and I started chopping down a few trees with my new stone axe. I started thinking I should probably go find some sheep, and then I found a few sheep. After a few minutes of trying to find sheep, I finally found 2 white sheep, and I killed them for their wool so I can make my first timber bed. Once I killed all of the sheep, I turned them into the same color, and then I made my precious bed. After I made my bed, I started chopping down another tree. I went to go make a smoker because I needed to make food. While the food was cooking, I decided to go chop some trees down. After chopping a bunch of trees down, I went and collected the mutton from the smoker. And then I went to go find new land. Here's a sped up version of me trying to find new land. I finally found a nice place to settle down. This savanna oak forest hybrid was a good place to build my home. And I started building the framework of my house. And after a while, I finally finished my house. I put all of the stuff I didn't need inside of my chest. Then I went outside to go make a mine. After being in this mine for over 5 minutes of some sort, yes, I edited out the video of me mining for 5 minutes, I found some copper. And I realized this wasn't going to do anything because it's just copper. So then I decided to just keep mining until I find a cave. I ended up finding a cave, but my pickaxe broke. So I went back up to the surface and oh boy, there was a bunch of mobs up here. So then I went inside my house and locked the doors. I tried sleeping, but it said, "You may not rest now, there are monsters nearby." I'm just gonna skip to the part to when it's daytime. Would you look at that? With the power of editing, it's finally daytime. I went to go make some more sticks so I can make 2 pickaxes. And then I headed into my mine to go mine some iron ore because I was in desperate need of iron tools and armor. But then, a little while after snooping around in a cave, I finally found a patch of iron ore. And I mined it with proudness. It's so good when you mine first iron ore. After mining my first batch of iron, I went up the cave and saw nothing. So I decided to go back down and try finding something else to mine. Eventually, I just gave up and started strip mining. Hopefully, trying to find some iron. But it just seemed like I couldn't find anything. Here, I just encountered a patch of dirt. Not really what I'm looking for, especially since we're in an underground cave. There isn't supposed to be dirt here. I don't know. There just isn't supposed to be dirt here. I don't know what's going on. Eventually, after a while, I found some iron ore. I managed to get 36 iron ore, enough for tools and a full set. Now here's another sped up version of me trying to go up the stairs because I don't know, it's just very, very hard to get up these stairs. After that, I decided to remove the dirt windows from my house. I put these during last night's horror event because, well, skeletons were trying to shoot me through the windows. Then I headed over to the nearby desert to go get a bunch of sand so I can make my first ever glass pane. After that, I went back home, knowing that I can finally have a bunch of protection because the monsters weren't nice to me last night. After I went inside of my house, I stupidly put the raw iron ore inside of the smoker, me knowing that doesn't go in there. So I decided to just craft a bunch of furnaces. But then I only crafted one. I meant to craft 3. Placed them down, and then I started cooking my iron. Here's a small, sped up version of me waiting for the iron to cook. After a while of me playing around with the controls, I went inside of my house and grabbed the 6 iron that was in there. Then, with the 6 iron I got, I crafted an iron pickaxe and an iron axe. After a couple of minutes of waiting around, I decided to build up my house, and I started making the roof of my house so that way no spiders can ever get inside. I started with the flat roof design, and then I decided to just add these things. I don't know what they're really called. I just called them, I guess, roofing tiles. I also decided to add them to the sides, so that way it just looks more, I guess, complete or something. Then after a while of doing that, I just broke the 2 dirt in front of my house. It looked ugly. And then I went inside and placed all of my materials back inside. Once I did that, I went to check up on the furnace. And I saw that 10 iron was done. I grabbed oak planks from the chest, and then I made sand to make glass. After that, with 8 iron, I made my first ever chest plate. I collected the iron from the furnace and made myself an iron helmet. The rest of this video is just me waiting for the rest of my iron set to come out, so I'm just gonna speed it up. I made the last thing in my iron set, an iron sword to replace my stone sword. I put the stone sword in the chest, and I went to sleep. Part 2 coming in a week. Consider subscribing. These videos take a long time to make. Also, don't forget to drop a like. Anyways, see you in the next video. Bye!